during the times of the Holocaust. There were many stories of how Jews were given a letter that they were summoned to the general's office, and they knew that if they're going to the general's office, it was their certain death, and they most likely will not come back alive. And when such a Jew would get a letter that would summon him to the general's office, he would walk up to one of the fellow, inmates, or one of his fellow, comrades or whatever, somebody in his bunkmates, and he would tell them, "Listen, I might not come back alive. I don't know if I'll make it, but I just want to let you know that I have a shirt, and I think this might be more useful to you than to me, because maybe you'll have chances of surviving." So he will take off his shirt and he'll give over his shirt to his to his friend, and then he will take off his shoes, and then he will approach another inmate and he will say, "Listen, I want you to take this shoes," and he would give it over to to this other person, and then he will take out his ration of bread. That ration of bread that they were so desperate over, that they counted on, that they relied on, and he would approach another person and he would say, "Here, please take this, you have more chances of surviving," and then he would turn around and he would walk towards a certain death. And if heaven allows it that somehow he will come back alive, if heaven allows it that somehow his neshama will stay in his goof, in his body, and he somehow makes it back into his bunk, the person who took his shirt would approach him and he would say, "Here, this belongs to you, I'm glad you made it." And then the person who took his shoes would approach him and he would say, "Here, please take this back, this rightfully belongs to you." And the person who took his ration of bread will come up to him with a tear in his eye and he would say, "Here, please take this back, this is ration of bread that you gave to me, and I'm glad that you're amongst the living." Where does the Jew get this moral state of clarity? Where does the Jew get this moral standards of nobility? Where, as in most cases, when people are being treated like animals, they only become animals. Whereas in Gehenna on earth, we were able to conduct ourselves in the most refined of ways, and we were thinking about each other, whereas in most cases, people will only be thinking about themselves. Why? Because the Jew understands that in situations like this is when your true character is being exposed. This is when your true colors are being exposed, and that's where your character is surfaced to the top, and you're able to tell who is who. Because when you're under pressure, then Hashem is already exposing what's really going on within you. And so we find that whether it be the Holocaust, whether it be the Spanish Inquisition or the Crusades, just look how the Jews are always united. Look how the camaraderie that takes place, the peace, how people are still loving each other, how people are still out to help each other, despite the fact that they might be able to look at their own pain and their own suffering. They look outside their box, they look outside their pain, because they're out to help other people, because they want to be able to stretch out their arm to help another Jew, although despite the fact that they might not have it so easy themselves.